guess it's time for the obligatory backstage segment. I'm not really in the mood right now, so let's make this quick. Off to see Michelle, then.
Gabby. Gabby.
Didn't you hear?
Something just zoomed past me.
Ceren, enter stage left. Hey there, Morg. Haven't seen you in forever. You've gotten real big, huh? You must be getting pretty close to my age by now. Ooh, boy, that's one mean-looking getup. Something got you in a bad mood?
It's a little more than a bad mood that turned me into a witch. What are you even doing here?
Is there something wrong with that?
You tell me. Look at the background art. Look at me. This is the cursed mansion.
Details! Wouldn't be much fun of an X-ray if we got caught up in silly quibbles like internal consistency.
I suppose, but...
And if you ask me, you're the one who doesn't belong here, Morgs.
Well, what is that supposed to mean?
The story this time around was from before the mansion went all poopy gloomy and pretty crummy. So I say...
Yes?
Let's explore this joint.
Oh, hey, stop pulling on my arm.
Quick landed, cacti.
Here. And why am I so young?
Because this is the Morgs we all know and love.
Changing what I look like doesn't change what I am. I'm not that foolish little girl anymore.
I think it's an adorable combination. Many cursing Morgs. I'll take a dozen.
Love, you know I'm not for sale.
If you can, Gabby, turn off your volume slightly.
It's impossible to keep my footing around you.
Thanks, Morgs. I tried.
That wasn't a compliment.
Oh, I almost forgot. There was one other thing I wanted to change, just for the extra.
Change what?
Skies, go away, come again another day. Oh, cute!
One moment. Okay.
You can't just nursery rhyme my scars away. Do you have any idea how much suffering they've caused me over the years?
What's the big deal? If it hurts, isn't it better if it's gone? Plus, I was told anything goes, cause this is an extra.
I've reached enlightenment. I'm just wasting my energy trying to fight you, it seems.
That's the spirit. Embrace the extra and have fun.
No one will ever be able to embrace the extra as much as you. Just because I've surrendered doesn't mean I'm magically having fun.
You're as hard-headed as ever, Modes. Well, what can you do? Anyway, time to do some backstage stuff. Let's go talk to people. First up is the main character of Requiem for Innocence, Jackie!
Well, you're going alone.
Oh, crap. Where we at? Okay.
I've given it centuries of thought. Thank you very much.
Oh, and here I thought you like it, Jackie, Modes.
I despise him.
Glad. I remember the two of you being like two peas in a pod.
There are a few incidents after you died, to put it lightly. If you wish to speak with him, you can do so without me. I don't care how much you pull. I'm not going, and that's that.
Fine.
Thank you.
I'll bring Jackie here then. By the power vested within me, I summon thee, Jackie!
Ah! What the? What happened? What? Ceren? And Morgana? Gotten younger. And your face is healed.
Hiya there, Jackie! Whoa, what's with the dude? You look kinda like the Lord. That's wild.
Because I am the Lord.
Weird. My Lord was Francois, not you.
Well, there were a few incidents after you died. To put it lightly.
Well, either way, this is the backstage, so I'd rather you be the Jackie I always knew.
Excuse me? I cannot simply become someone else.
And quit talking so stuffy. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
The boy used to be died many years ago. I'm no longer a foolish child with his head in the clouds.
Jeez, you're both super on this muse, aren't you? The dental works is super comfortable with you in that outfit. So, back you go.
Fine. Are you happy now?
Getting closer! You're hanging halfway off the screen.
Just so you don't get any stupid ideas, I'm not gonna be nicer to you just because you changed clothes.
Then what was even the point?
Come on, guys. You're gonna set the place on fire if you keep throwing around sparks like that. Maybe you'd see out a bit if the rest of the gang's here.
You're not planning on bringing everyone back, are you?
You bet I am. Can't have a reunion of this lone crew without balls and big cake.
Wait, slow down.
Okay then, let's get going.
Let go of me, damn it!
You're coming too, Morgs.
I'm perfectly fine here.
Full speed ahead.
Jordan?
Hey guys, it's been a hot minute.
It sure was. Easiest ever received.
And you look as dopey as I remember.
And hey, you too, boss. You're the hottest girl in town.
Lenny?
Sorry. Thanks. You haven't changed a bit, I see. That said, what's he doing here?
No way. You're not happy to see Jackie either? I thought you two were super duper close.
You missed a few incidents after you died, girl.
Apparently the whole world turned upside down. The way everyone's talking about it.
Water under the bridge, everyone. This is behind the scenes extra, whatever the hell that means. So, let's have fun with it, like good old times.
I like the way you think, Beefcake.
Hell yeah.
May I say something?
Go for it.
You tried to assassinate me. If anything, you should be begging for forgiveness.
Oh yeah, that did happen, huh?
Yes, it happened. Because of it, I started seeing ghosts and my console got killed. I just about lost my goddamn mind.
What's done is done. Water under the bridge.
You can't just erase years of agony with a few words.
Beefcake had some beef with Jackie and ended up roasting.
You're a genius.
Is that all my suffering was? A punchline to a bad joke?
Anyway, that's how we're doing things. Whoosh! Under the bridge for you too, boss. Let's have fun.
Don't think I'm going to be any nicer to him just because this is an extra.
What was just saying something. We got a quick overview of what happened after I died. But I think you, of all people, could have given Jackie a little more benefit of the doubt.
What?
What he really needed was someone who would believe in him through trick and fame. Near the end, what did those you just listening to now, was it? You should have given your old friend Jackie a chance to explain.
You didn't just say something sensible. Wait, how do you even know about Mell?
I intercepted signals from the great beyond.
Right. Oh, God. Anything goes here.
If we're only talking to the Requiem time frame, then yeah, maybe you could argue I didn't trust him as much as I could've. But we have a whole nother life under our belts. But we have a whole nother life under our belts you don't know anything about. I've got 2 years worth of hatred for this bastard.
Oh, you mean the 30th door?
Once again, how the hell do you know about that?
The great beyond!
She's far beyond any of our comprehension, at least.
The point is, in that life, his family killed my family.
This was just his family, though. Chucky didn't have anything to do with that, did he?
He made me into his damn maid.
To take care of you, right? Chucky isn't a black-hearted villain.
You don't have to tell me that. There's just too much I can't brush under the rug.
That's sad. Not every day we get a whole gang back together, so I was hoping we could make it a nice reunion. I was super excited for this backstage event.
Oh, fine. I'll act normal, but only until this is over. And you quit pouting over there like a little bitch. If I'm doing this, then you're damn well doing it too.
Right. Sorry.
I said quit it with the pouty shit. You didn't have any problem acting more spirited in other similar extras, so why are you being such a downer this time?
Do you think that's asking a bit much after how Requiem ended? Pretty sure it's breaking character in the other ones anyway. Now I'm just normal, young Jackable.
It sure was one hell of a story. Huh? I didn't expect it to end with everyone dead.
Hardly a surprise for those of us who know how the main game ended.
Everyone could have lived happily ever after if only that attack on the plaza didn't happen. So sad.
No kidding. God damn, if it wasn't for that. Hold on a sec. You conveniently skipped over the important fact
That it was you who caused the attack in the first place.
What? I didn't do anything.
You goddamn no you did! You were the Lord's mole!
Oh, right, that. But I didn't think that was what would happen. We assumed those herbs were just regular gifts. It was just a surprise out of my pants, or anyone.
Had anything inside that head of hers.
Anyway, like I said, up the bridge. The point right now is to have a little fun, little chat.
The pile of crap you're trying to fit on the bridge is a bit too tall. But what do you want to talk about?
This backstage thing's for screwing around, yeah? So I say, let's have us a drinking contest.
I'm sure I follow your train of logic.
You never stop bitching, do ya, kid?
Jackie's about 80% H, after all.
What the fuck?
Personally, I'm perfectly fine with screwing around for a few hours. But I'd kinda like if we could all do a quick rundown of what happened in the story together. It could be fun to, like, compare Requiem to the main game's final chapter and point out where they're different.
That would be a change of pace, I suppose.
But in the tenor spin-off.
Doesn't actually work, you know. Alright, well, get to it. And then be done with it so I can leave.
Oh no, fun works.
Spend any more time here than necessary.
Jackie, you make sure she doesn't go anywhere. And while you're at it, hold her tight and whisper sweet nothing.
Do it, and you're deader than dead.
I feel like things would proceed much smoother without me.
Hey now, don't be such a downer. We're brothers in arms. Be really upset if you left.
Gratien. For a split second, I was almost touched. But I'll still never forgive you for what you did to me.
Someone needs to give you whooshing lessons.
It took all of us 10 lines to get off track and back to screwing around. Can we get down to business here?
Aye, Captain. Ta-da! On the right, we have the key visual from the main game, and on the left is Requiem, where Jackie is the hero.
What's the question mark for?
Requiem tells the story of Jack's younger day, followed by the true version of events from the main game's final chapter. The first half was probably pretty surprising to a lot of people, since we only got a super duper stinky wincy look at that part of his life in the main game. There were a lot of new characters too. Wow, the whole lot of us
Gratien.
did get lumped under.
Well, the whole lot of us did get lumped under companions. Over there, yeah?
Pretty rude of them not to mention such a memorable, sweet, and adorable girl like myself.
You, certainly did leave quite a lasting impression. Including how you went out.
Why? Thank you, Jackie.
Someone needs to teach you what a real compliment sounds like. The point is, going into any more detail in the main game would have distracted from the actual story at hand, which had a different focus.
Oh, you mean with Snowy?
Snowy?
He's all white and cold like snow, so... Snowy! You should call him the next time you see him, Jackie. Gotta make sure you're always got a friend on you, or you'll start self-destructing again.
He's the last person I want to make friends with.
Oh, why? He seems like a good guy.
Because Morgana's taking such a damn goddamn liking to him. Being friends is out of question. I put a bullet between his eyes.
Keep your pathetic thoughts under control.
I swear my life not a thing went through my head, Morgana.
Don't say my name. Taint it.
And things were going so well between you two.
Let me tell you something. You might want to write it down. All's well that ends well. All's bad ends bad.
All those dots that are making things sort of uncomfortable. So let's move on.
Sounds like a plan. Okie dokie. Let's keep this train chugging. One of the real highlights of the first part is getting to see everyone so young and innocent and fumbling around. All the sweet human drama and a rare look at a somewhat reasonable version of Becky.
Excuse you?
You can't say she's wrong, though. You can't say she's wrong, though. You went really far off the rails after you became the Lord and during the third door. Hell, you were pretty down to earth in your thoughts in that flashback in the third chapter, too. So why is it you have to climb up on every fucking ivory tower anytime you talk to anyone else? You're such a haughty bitch normally.
Just trying to make sure people don't look down on me.
And you're going about it the entirely wrong way. Bitch.
Jack is generally being the starts out a colossal deckhead with. Turns out he's kinda soft-hearted deep down and also always this bad character. But for a queen, her character arc went in the opposite direction.
Tell me something, Ceren. That description's not how you really feel about me, is it?
Everything in quotes is straight from the author.
Well, that's good to hear. I think. Whatever, continue.
Getting to see young Jackie growing up and making friends and doing all sorts of young people stuff is great, but you can't forget about the Bates from Morg's perspective.
There's nothing worth mentioning about anything from my perspective.
I disagree. We're the big, bad, evil, dark Morgs for all of the main game. And even when you told Snowy about your past, it was all ooh and ah.
Describe it like that. It's confusing and misleading, and no one reading can hear you make spooky sounds as you say it.
If people tell you it's being all blah and blah, people are gonna get a different impression about who you are.
Now even I'm not sure what you're trying to say anymore.
She has a point, though. It's pretty impressive how differently the story comes off told from your perspective as a 9 to 12-year-old girl. Seeing such a wide range of emotions in you brings tears to my eyes.
You're just imagining it.
It's perfectly normal to be emotional. You were just a little kid. You'd just be a bit of a sourpuss, but otherwise a completely ordinary girl, if that part was all there was to your story. But this little shit had to go and turn you into a witch. And then you went on to hold what, like, 1,000-year grudge or something?
Not totally sure what they're going on about, but it sounds like you're getting the crap kicked out of you, kid. But don't worry, Gratien's here to sweep it to your rescue. So what y'all do anyway? As penance for what I did to you, Requiem. I'll stick up for you no matter how bad you cocked up.
I kept Morgana in prison for half a year and killed her.
Sorry, ain't no sticking up for that.
Some bro you are.
In addition to that, in his next life, he imprisoned half of my soul.
Yeah. You have to defend that, kid. Sorry. But I know how to fix this.
Fix it? That's possible?
Hell yeah! You just gotta hook up with a girl who's into that sort of thing. You wanna lock someone up that wants to be locked up? Everyone wins.
Hey, slow down. I didn't imprison anyone because I wanted to.
You mean that's not your kink?
No, goddammit! Enough of this. Move on. I'm gonna be bullied for the rest of eternity if we don't proceed.
As Requiem's first part to go on, we see Maud slowly opening up. She starts off screaming about dirty horrors and divine punishment, and eventually she chillaxes into a pretty normal girl.
To describe anything normally.
Just watching that hard eyes melody, the cutest thing in the world. And it was, of course, Jackie who happened to make that possible. Me, Boss, and the other girls spent a lot of time with Morgs. But Jackie was the one who really showed the most concern for her. At first, he only did it out of pity. And maybe some of what François said at the beginning too. So he could pat himself on the back and pretend he did a good deal. But before long, his feelings changed. He started to think of her like family, someone he cared deeply about. And then those feelings changing again during the bed with the sunrise. Oh, so young, so sweet. Jackie and Morgs sitting in a tree.
She does know how the story ends, right? Didn't just imagine us talk about that, did I?
And everyone's happy days came to a sudden, terrible end. Jackie felt completely powerless, helpless to do anything, and it crushed him. This event changed the course of his life forever. Using a ring of the Barnier family crest given to him by another woman, he led the people of the slums into a revolution. But I'm guessing he was driven more by hatred than anything else. Not for the bandits that attacked the profile, but his own worthless self. And then revolution time. Yeah! Bonsoir! Cute buddy!
That's all you care about, isn't it?
Oh, you were pretty decent too, Jackie.
You make it sound like I'm just a footnote.
Not kidding, you were pretty impressive. Right off the bat, you killed the guard by throwing a knife at him. That takes skills.
Damn right it does.
And he got me right between the eyes in the third floor. And he got me right between the eyes in the third door.
Did you kill a bunch of people, didn't you?
Oh yeah, tons of them. He was mafioso after all.
Oh, scary. So, as you can see, Jack's a lot more capable than he seems. He just used that capability for all the wrong things and ends up ruining everything he touches. He's got looks, money, power, smart. Harper is such a train wreck of a human being.
What I like to know.
He's also really susceptible to being caught off guard. In the third door, while he was distracted with everything going on with his wife, he let himself get shanked by his coachman. And at one of the options near the end of the final chapter, the crazy madman with the sword took your head clean off.
You probably could have prevented that if you hadn't let Snowy get under your skin so easily.
Hey, guys, can we stop talking about all the ways I screwed up? Let's move on already.
Oh, if you insist. So, the final part end with the revolution a huge success. And in the second part, suffering and misery. But before that, it's time for the intermission. You'll get to see me and Francois together.
I definitely wasn't expecting that monster to take the spotlight at any point.
He had a lot going on himself.
That doesn't make him any less of a twisted murderer.
Francois doesn't look his dread and despair.
He reminds me of a certain beast.
There are certain beasts a bit more direct with his violence, though.
I'd have to say, it completely knocked my socks off when we found out it was him you had a thing for. I totally thought you were just thrown into the game so Jacobo would build a harem. Either that, or someone just there to, I don't know, help awaken him to his interest in girls before he went after the main heroine?
That was how the other was going to use such a disgustingly adorable girl like me for. I placed a big dummy curse on them.
What an unthreatening curse.
Russian?
That threw me for a damn loop too. The official site even sticking that bit in about how a certain someone has caught her eye had me convinced it was Jacopo.
Yeah, the official site's director profiles are always a bit misleading. Like for the night game, Boss profile says she was the white-haired girl only ally, which turned out to be a huge lie.
Hopefully no one tries to nail down for false advertising.
You know, the more we talk about it, the more I feel like you're just really fucking pathetic, Jacobo.
Shut your damn mouth! I know I am!
And then the second part, from here, we start getting closer and closer to the main game's final chapter. But Jax is still most reasonably at the beginning. He tries his best to be a better lord and govern his land. As a side note, one of the traits listed in our character's outline is hardworking. Here you work your butt off to improve the team. And in the third chapter, you work your butt off to improve business. But you're super bad at picking allies, so you end up not trusting anyone, unable to open up, unable to tell who's on your side, and who isn't, and eventually destroying yourself for it. And to top it off, you don't like people looking down on you, so you do everything in your power to be a huge jerk. Pathetic.
I want to disappear.
As he gets deeper and deeper into the politics of human activity, Jack's perspective and priorities start changing. What really pushes him over the edge? Is beefcake's beef with him.
Stop screwing things up for you, kid.
Let that shit eating grin off your face!
And it's so downhill from here. His cousin dies, and he's stuck seeing the ghosts of Francois and all sorts of other dangerous people who didn't know show up as more than footnotes, try to do all sorts of terrible things to him. And before long, Jackie's a broken mess.
Pretty much the same now.
Oh, and for the record, Francois' ghost wasn't an actual ghost. It was all Jackie's hallucination. Snowy had some ghost troubles in the main game too, but that was a real deal ghost.
Well, yes, it was me.
Would much prefer to have Morgana torment to me than Barnier hovering over around, trying to undermine everything.
Seriously, dude, keep your masochistic fantasies to yourself.
You haven't stopped trying to read my goddamn mind?
So, little by little, the old Jack disappears and he turns into a bad PinkBall. This is one of the most painful parts of his story. Watching someone put in an honest, solid effort to improve things only to end up being corrupted. Like I was saying earlier, Jack really needed someone he could trust in his life. And it would have been nice if he could have found someone else after Odilon died.
His name is Odilon.
No, it was a pun on Old and Lon.
You can't just smash two words together and call it a pun.
What you should have done is made me your console from the get-go.
I would have never been able to get anything done. And it would have been only enable you to go after my head quicker.
Have a little faith in me, kid.
You were always really aggressively competitive with Jackie. If anyone, I think it would have been Boss as his counsel.
That was my plan, and it's the whole reason I was learning to read.
I had no idea.
Never ended up being of any use, of course.
Oh, I think if you were going to see him, Boss, You should have done a lot sooner than you did.
Excuse me?
It would be better if you'd just crashed it and shouted, "What the hell are you doing, Jacopo?" Today, but that takes my hat on a spike. You'll probably still be able to get through to him then. Of course, your plant is found here too, Jackie. You need to learn to be more open. But this doesn't let you off for not dragging it out of him either, boss.
I can't believe she got Maria with her back to the wall.
You
Morgana?
seem sharper than usual here on the backstage, Ceren. I thought you were supposed to be an airhead.
I flipped out my super smart switch for the occasion.
Super smart is clearly an exaggeration, but I can't deny you're much more clever than you were in Requiem.
She also tweaked me a bit because he wouldn't get anywhere otherwise.
I can see the fourth wall crumbling. Hasn't it always been my job to run these things anyway? Why did you end up with it this time?
As if you were in charge, you just skip over all these and go straight to see Snowy.
Scene.
Aye. So, once Jackie's gone off the rails, it starts getting cruel and merciless. He tears down farms and works slaves to death, and overall everyone's kinda starts hating his guts.
He did the same sort of shit in the third door too. Put a factory out of business and made a whole lot of fans for it.
There's no such thing as a world where everyone can be happy.
That may be true in general, but in your case you were just being a fucking shitheel.
Ugh.
And then we get to the big turning point. And Lucky Mark's up in the tower.
About that, Morgana,
Mainly wishing I'll be doing is sending your whole straight to hell.
What?
Your soul straight to hell.
It's the one screw up you really can talk yourself out of. So it at least more understandable than how it was presented in the main game, I think. That was a super short version of it, so you didn't get to see much of how he had painted himself into a corner. But here, that was the focus. And then we switch over to Morg's perspective. Probably the most important part of getting Morg's perspective is that scene where she finally throws off her mask and reveals her true feelings.
Yeah, that. I can't believe you felt so strongly. You didn't even hint at it when we were together. But then, you just straight out said, "Will you stay with me?"
That was a dream sequence, you oaf.
What?
I was a child. My mind was running wild. There's nothing to it.
You can't just brush it all under the rug like that. too important of a moment. But I know the truth. You don't actually hate me.
I don't completely revile the slave man. But I will always detest you, the Lord. Now, can you imagine my utter dismay upon learning the two were the same?
I'm sorry.
Man, he's getting rustled from every direction for his backstage, Jackie.
Considering how badly he's screwed everyone over, is that a surprise?
So, back to the story. Why she goes out at fatly once, walks in the hardening back up as she spends more time alone. This was intentional to listening the game, but apparently one of Odilon's men actually stopped by her little lakeside cottage once.
What?
But since Hawks didn't open the door to anyone who wasn't there for her leafy greens, she ended up chasing him off. I believe the exact phrasing was, and I quote, "I sent away anyone who wasn't here for medicine." That's what the line was there for.
Exactly how many opportunities were missed?
Things might have gone differently had she opened the door. Lords made her way to the Lord's Manor, where Jack's waiting. They have a heartwarming reunion, and then she becomes his console and transforms the city into Beyonce. It becomes a new Holy Land, for which a new wave of crusades begins. Exciting stuff.
You realize the Crusades began almost a century after we all died, right?
Anyway, I wouldn't have made her into my console if I found her. If anything, my bride.
I will murder you with my own two hands.
For the love of God, stop reading my mind.
It's just, oh, hold up. A flaxen-haired young man pays Lords to visit. The boy formerly known as Mell.
Formerly?
What's he known as now?
The boy formerly known as Mell manages to get through Morg's shell briefly. The reason for each lot clearly in between. But of everyone and everything from her old life, he was the slave man she could ultimately never forget.
Did forget his name, what he looked like, though.
Maybe things could have turned out differently if you hadn't.
Remembering you wouldn't have made you any less of a monster. Thank you very much.
It was more like luck that information away than actually forgot it. And then you remember just fine. Reunited in better circumstances. But what a crazy outcome reunions that turned out to be.
Played a big game, already knew about that, though.
The scene of odds confused Jackie's score. Francois is clear here too, I think. Snowy did mention how Lords wasn't quite in her right mind. But that's a lot more apparent actually seen. it from her perspective. Yuki, cutting at her arm, badminton messed her up pretty bad.
That's the least fitting name yet.
Could you please stop coming up with increasingly convoluted nicknames for people? Just call that infernal creature Bestia, like everyone else, and be done with it.
Alright, BC it is.
That's even worse.
So, two of them are finally reunited, and it's very tragic. Jackie's corner wants to set her free, but he can't. And the reason for that is, again, much clearer. And Requiem.
Error, but still far from convincing.
Also for the point where he figures out that Francois is actually a delusion, all in his own mind. He refused to believe he wasn't real to him. Getting a little off topic here, but in the 30 door, we see Jackie has a real bait with anything supernatural or not provable by science, and this is where that came to me. Not just the ghost, but the miracle blood was a huge part of that too. It was a mark on his soul, but never went away.
Huh. Here I thought he was just a wimp who can't handle ghost stories.
So too.
I'm surprised.
So Jack ends up lying to himself about what he really wants and keeps Morgs locked up in the tower.
So that really isn't your kink?
That's the first thing you say after not talking for God knows how long?
It didn't seem appropriate for me to butt into this part. How many times did you tell her, I'm gonna show you the world? And then all you showed her was a big old brick wall.
You don't have to remind me. I feel bad enough about it already.
The Jdbutler I knew wasn't the kind of man to do that to a girl. It's kind of depressing to see that even an upstanding guy like you can fall so far.
Well, love was one of the big themes of the long game. Friendship and companionship was more of the focus of the game. And all the different ways it can break apart. It's enough to make me cry.
Thought you were incapable of feeling sadness.
I understand loneliness. Can't cry about that.
If you say so.
On a bit out of order. Oh,
Gratien.
I'm sorry.
On a bit out of order, but speaking of friendship, Maria had that real killer bit where she was talking about how everyone was gone and they weren't gonna come back and all that.
Yeah, that's dumb like hell. My friends mean more than anything else in the world to me.
Well, it got super heavy in here real fast, huh? Moving right along. What's up, voice tries to confront Jackie. Here is where things start diverging from what was in the main game. What you see in Requiem, what actually happened. And the main game is more like a simulation with no throw in. So things go off course real quickly. On Snowy's very first day, he managed to convince the boy formerly known as Mell to work with him.
Why do you keep calling him that?
I feel like it! Now, because the boy formerly known as Mell switched teams, the night he and Nellie are on the mansion grounds. Boss comes to look around, sees two strange shadows, and decides to push it to the next day. And when she comes back, she bumps into Snowy. So, in the main game, she never ends up meeting with Jackie. But in reality, Snowy wasn't there, so the boy formerly known as Mell isn't wandering around to get the boss' ways. So she's able to recon without any trouble. And the next day, she brings the necklace, a knife, and breaks in. She goes all while trying to kill Jackie, but he stops her, breaks her arm, and then has Yuki throw her out. No mercy.
That was me showing mercy, you realize? Normally, a Lord's life would be punishable by death. Used the Harvest Festival as an excuse to stop him from killing her.
Yuki was really raring for some blood. And the way he just asked, should I kill so and so? It's hilarious.
Not so funny to the so-and-so he's salivating over.
So when all that's happened and Jackie sees the necklace, he starts reminiscing about old times, and then has a crazy idea. He decides to impersonate his old self, pretending to be the slave man who once saved her from the Lord, who he is now. Talk about super bonkers.
I was completely out of my mind at that point. Yes.
Not even gonna try to talk yourself out of that one?
How could I?
In the main game, Jackie doesn't go up the tower alone with Morgs, so he never gets a good look at her condition. It isn't until they all go up as a group that Nellie spoke out how bad shape she's in. But in Requiem, he does go up alone, which is how he realizes. He confesses his true feeling, but Morgs is so broken it can't even get through to her soul. So she doesn't hear anything he says. Once Jack finally comes to his sense, he's finally freed from his shackles. It's really sad it could only happen that way, though. But with that off him, he starts treating the people around him a little nicer, like you, Jackie. But it was too little too late, in Morg stands. This leads to a big panic, with Jackie's watches from the observation tower. And the rest goes the same in both games. As a side note, Snowy only really needed to get into Jack's memories to flip the table on Morg's perceptions. but he kept those memories locked up super tight, especially everything related to his youngest days. But it would have worked if they'd gone straight to him. Booze. Jackie's soul was crazy like a rabid dog, so he wouldn't have listened to Nellie from the beginning. And also, ignoring Yuki and the boy formerly known as Mell would have left their souls in pretty bad shape too. Which is why the main game had to go the way it did. We only got the average version of Jack's past in the main game. But he should just think of it as more proof of how tight he kept it. Look it up. And while I'm at it, I'd like to elaborate a bit on the curse too. At his death in Requiem, Jack realizes what he really wanted was to be alive. He's just super bad about how much he messed it up. But when Morg is out, from now on, only money and power will be your friends, and puts curse on his soul.
Excuse me, I would rather die than use a tilde in my speech.
Which is why, even after figuring it out once, he ends up making the same mistakes and die all sad and alone again. And the tragic part.
Curse or not. Curse or not, he's still a fucking dick. It wasn't Morgana's curse that drove him to constantly insult and belittle his wife.
But you did push me in that direction, as I recall.
That's true. The dirty door started in a similar place to Jack's fall, into darkness as the Lord. And being a mafioso, he'd have probably been worn down a whole bunch from all the betrayals and crazy stuff outside the story. There's only one way to fix that, I think. Make Jackie live a quiet life out in the sticks. And that is it for Ceren's Reveal Corner. Guys, how long do you think it will take for it to end?
Probably 1 more hour.
Do you mind if we stop here? I'm getting a bit of allergy and my eyes are hurting.
Sure. Nika can continue on in Gabby's place.
Absolutely.
Everybody, take an anti-allergic pill and probably go blank after it because those things kill me.
It's okay.
Hope you feel better.
Feel better.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah, it's just that I'm in my hometown. It's super humid and it does awful things to my allergies. Usually it attacks my nose, but it's going for my eyes and I hate when that happens.
Oh no, we hope you feel better.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so nice, Nika. Night.
Good night, Gabby.
Thank you for joining us.
Good
Take
to see
care.
you
Rest
again.
up.
Thank you guys. See you later.
See ya.
Russian?
Even knowing how it turned out, that was still pretty damn heavy.
He ends up destroying the things he cares most about with his own hands. It's pretty damn grim, yeah.
Now that I think about it, you did kill damn near everyone who had a sprite, didn't you? And if you count breaking Maria's arm as resulting in her death, that makes pretty much the whole gang. That's impressive, kid! You went on a frickin' massacre!
Please, that's enough.
If you include minor characters and no names, Francois and Yuki, you would be neck and neck with him for the gold medal. But Jackie definitely had the most story-relevant skills. Jackie the Ripper!
For the love of all that is holy, don't call me that.
He went to go hide in the corner.
I think the 1-2 punch of being compared to a serial killer and seeing that smile would bring down just about anybody.
Oh, I thought it was pretty funny.
Morgana?
Yes, you did. You don't comprehend negative emotions.
Now, everybody may have died in Requiem, and most of them because of Jackie, but this is the Backstage Extra. Wash everything under the bridge.
And what are you planning to do now that you've tossed the entire game into the water?
How about we go over the characters next?
The characters?
For example, this is what I look like. And I'm sure everyone's picked up on this already. But according to my online, I was missing all my screws right off the bat.
And that's why you're always so cheerful. Not because you're optimistic, because you're mad.
Some part of my brain just never turned on, I guess.
So not only are you airheaded, even that air is worthless.
Also, I have an adult sense of pain.
You kinda have to make it through childhood like that. It didn't come off as bad as it really was, because it was colored by you being eternally happy-go-lucky. But thinking back on it, that was some real dark shit. Especially the whole bit when you were 5.
It seemed pretty normal to me.
The world is bad enough without everyone having to go through that.
Okay, next up, beefcake.
And here's my full bod. What do you think? Look pretty tough, don't it?
Beefcake's profile describes him as a wild animal with unbearable competitive break. He's an act first, think never kind of guy, and the second biggest doofus in the cast, only after me.
You know, that's just me. I mean, I ain't planning everything out. Yeah, but still.
It's like a giant, huggable, gorilla-lash big brother figure who tries to fix everything by punching it. Which is one reason him trying to poison Jackie stood out so much. He was so upset it caused him to resort to real underhanded methods.
Hey, you can't tell me I'm wrong. I'm way stronger than he ever was.
I bet most readers didn't have a very good impression of you with the way you went out either.
You think so? That's kinda a downer. Alright, push it all under the bridge, guys.
Whoosh!
I'm not enough of an idiot to keep up with these two.
But you know, maybe some readers saw what you did coming, Beefcake. There was a line in the main game that went like, I invited an old companion to my manor to discuss matters, but the meeting only turned into an attempt on my life. If someone had a really good memory, they could have made that connection and guessed that you'd end up doing.
I guess you got that kinda right. I didn't leave on the best note, and what I did to Jdbutler was real shitty. I was cocky, and told myself I was better than him in every way. But at the same time, I wanted to be, there with him. Maybe I wouldn't have made a good console. But there are other things I could have done. Like, head of your guard, or something. I'd have come running to be your right-hand man. If you had just sent for me.
You were lonely down there in the slums all by yourself, weren't you? Oh.
I don't know. I'd say I was disappointed more than anything. I was ready to help with anything. I wish he'd used me.
I feel you. Nobody was on the same page for most of the game.
I still don't think that justifies trying to kill him.
Whoosh!
Whoosh! Alrighty. Next up is you, Morgs.
You can skip me.
No! You're going too. So there's a full view of Morgs. This is when she was still itty-bitty and her clothes were way too big. Adorable, huh? Make a few poses for them.
Absolutely not.
Blah. Also, 12-year-old Morgs is actually shorter than Nellie. If she was shown in her actual height, the text box would cover her almost all the way. So, her sprites were bumped up a bit. And she's not the only one who's not shown to scale either. But is only 160 centimeters tall, but she's placed real high up on the screen too. Just pretend she is wearing some wicked heels. Everyone sprites position. You have a rough idea for their relative height, so don't take it as a true to life.
May I be excused?
Aww, I was hoping you'd give a comment first.
I have nothing to say.
Aw. Okie dokie. You're up next, Jackie. Woo! Jackie! Huh?
He's over in the corner, making his face like a death CG.
Oh, you, Jackie. Hey, Morg says she has something super important to tell you.
I beg your pardon?
What is it? I'm all ears.
That took less than 2 seconds.
I say to you, go back to your corner and die again.
Stop! It's your turn to show your full body sprite, Jackie. Yeah. So, perk up and make yourself presentable. I said perk up, not whatever the heck that is.
May I be excused?
Not you too. Why can't you go back to the tough-spirited Jackie from the first half? You were super-duper impressive in your fight against Francois.
You think so?
That was certainly your peak, at least. And it was all downhill from there.
Oh.
Morgs! And now we're just getting him back in the spirit. Oh, sorry. We talked a bunch about what kind of a character Jackie is already. He's just as inadequate as he looks.
I'm not inadequate.
Jackie's got 2 modes. His softer, more approachable mode, and his all business, no fun allowed mode. It's the latter we're almost familiar with. It's not till you see things from his perspective that you realize there's more there. From the outside, Jackie just looks like a huge monster. Especially all the ways you killed Snowy in the main game. Talk about ruthless. Oof.
It was that man with the sword who did most of the killing, as I recall.
You did shoot him, and you ordered him killed several times.
Maybe that'll teach him to toughen up if he wants to be pro-tag material. How can he call himself the hero if he doesn't even know how to wield a sword? He's got a vitality of the horsefly and a little sunlight's enough to knock him out. How much more pathetic can you get?
He is a pacifist, like Gandhi.
Except for the time he attacked me with a goddamn whiskey bottle.
You can't complain about something that happened in a game that was never translated into English. You just confuse the readers. The point is, Snow is the total opposite of you. Plus, he's actually somewhere in between boy and girl, so you shouldn't go trying to apply your fragile masculinity to him. Wow! I broke Jackie!
He didn't even hesitate to reveal his secret. How on earth does she know that anyway?
Don't joke about that sort of thing. It's not funny.
What? But it's true.
What the hell does that make him?
Can you wanna think in anything else about Jackie we haven't mentioned?
He's a lot more skilled with his hands than you'd think.
Oh yeah, that's right! He can even play the lute.
Oh, the part where he jacked one from the guy off the street. Yeah, that fucking slayed me. He's not a half-bad singer either. He's not a half-bad singer either, but you'd never guess it was from looking at him. And that's not something that was added for a Requiem either. It came up with the main game too. Remember the flashback in the door where we were singing together? There was also a short story somewhere where you were humming to yourself.
Even the worst Italian ever born is still an Italian at heart.
I guarantee you, I'm far from the worst.
But, music-y stuff is something you stop doing once you go no fun allowed mode. It gets tossed along with everything else about your younger self.
It's too bad you could have kept even one sympathetic trait.
If you look closely at the background graphic for the Laird's bedroom, there's a lute in it though. Maybe he did keep playing.
By himself?
How lonely. Oh.
That's pretty sad.
Extremely pathetic.
Shouldn't have said nothing.
I'll take every last one of you out back.
And that about covers Jackie. You're up next, boss.
Huh? How come I didn't show my legs like everyone else?
You don't have a full body sprite, boss.
What? Why the hell do I keep getting the short end of the stick?
Sorry, boss. The staff were kinda fumbling around in the dark as they made the games, and it wasn't until Requiem that sprites were given legs. But because of that, it offered a lot more possibilities for animations and stuff. So, hopefully you'll give them a break. They're still learning.
Oh, alright. Fine.
Everyone just imagine Boss's beautiful legs.
Make him sexy as hell.
So, in the third door, you came off super scary with the way you betrayed Jackie. But in the final one, you were more of a tough, reliable big sister. And Requiem focused even more on how much you care about your friends.
That's always been who I am, my friends. My family means more than anything to me. Revenge for the Bearzatis did to my family was what pushed me to go so far in the third floor. But God, that damn attack on the brothel in Requiem really did ruin everything. If that hadn't happened, Morgana wouldn't have been taken. Jacobo wouldn't have gotten that dumb idea into his head, and we all could have just stayed together.
Yep. It really all comes back to that.
Ceren, I'm possessed with a desire to grab you by both cheeks, cool down as hard as I can, give you an earful about how you don't have any goddamn right to talk about that event with any words except, I'm sorry.
Whew. Aggressive much, Jackie?
One of these days, pow, zoom!
Although, the main game did end with Jacobo not on the best of terms. So it's nice that people got to see us enjoying ourselves in Requiem.
I suppose so.
Okie dokie. So that covers the main 5 of us from the slums. Next up is Jackie's favorite console.
Oh, Odilon's gonna be here. I don't know how I can face him after how we parted ways. Hey, Ceren, do you think we could wait and do his
Oh, the loan.
Hey, damn it, let me...
It has been much too long. I must confess, I was not expecting to be summoned here.
Hey, nice to see you.
Well. Why such a guilty look on your face, my boy? Did you do something you would be ashamed to admit to me? Was but a simple lark. Hold your head high, my lord. I bear much of the blame myself for leaving you behind so early in your life.
No, you're not to blame for any of my mistakes.
It was my sworn duty to teach and guide you for the length of your rule. I should have chased that scoundrel out despite your objections. Even poisoned him. Whoa, Grandpa! Getting a little feisty there. Silence, peasant. You are the one who made an attempt on his life. I mean, you got a point, but... Hey!
Ceren.
Hey! Yeah, out.
He's in the moment. I love it. He's in the moment. We can do it together. Hey! You're forgetting to wash. Everything under the bridge. Now's the time to have fun. Woohoo!
You know, Jacobo, it strikes me.
Yes?
You're not a total shit heap when you got someone to keep you in line.
Jackie just needs a friend.
A friend would help, sure. But what he really needs is someone to kick him in the ass every time he tries to steer the train off a fucking cliff.
That metaphor doesn't even make sense.
Don't try to deflect from the point, asshole.
His heart is in the right place, at least. Nevertheless, I only knew him for a short spell, and he was a very hard-working man during that time. So my impression of him is something.
We should show this old man what a bastard he was during the third door.
I don't think I ever heard Morgana swear before.
And what did he do in this third door?
He constantly insulted and belittled his wife until he broke her.
My lord, you must show care and respect for your family.
Yeah, you're absolutely 110% correct. I regret everything I did. I spent decades living with that regret.
The reason you turned out that way must be because you had no one in this third door to guide you down the correct path. And with no one on to open up to you had to wear your mask and perpetuate all the negativity festering inside until you were permanent.
Odilon.
Ergo, I shall reincarnate in this third door and ensure that does not happen.
You'll what?
It will stand by my lord's side and make certain he does not stray from the path even a single step.
Slow down, stop. You're going to destroy the main game's whole story.
And good riddance.
Please, stay away from it. Ceren, hurry up and show the old man Sprite so we can get rid of him. He's gonna undermine the entire story.
I think it'd be fun to see what he does.
Morgana?
No, it wouldn't. Not in the slightest. My curse would have been all for nothing.
Very well. You may regard my old, weary frame. And with that, I shall take my leave.
Oh, you're not gonna stay for longer?
A console is supposed to operate from behind the scenes. I am happy to have been given the opportunity to briefly appear.
If you say so.
Be well, my lord, and may happiness find you in your next life.
Thanks. You too.
Farewell, until we meet again.
Alright! That leaves one last character with a full body sprite. Let's bring him!
Whoa, slow down. I know exactly who you're talking about. You're not bringing that man here, are you?
Oh, why wouldn't I? This is supposed to be a fun event with everyone watching everything under the bridge.
That tyrant has a very definition of fun than the rest of us.
Oh, Francois!
Damn it, you're actually...
Summoned me?
Go right back wherever the hell you came from.
It would appear I've stumbled upon a swarm of filthy maggots. Where is the bug spray, Ceren? I needed to clean up this mess.
Francois, bug spray hasn't been invented yet.
Oh, how unfortunate.
There's so much wrong with this, I don't even know where to begin.
Okie dokie. Could you stand right there and give me your best smile, Francois?
But of course, how could I not grant the wish of my most prized possession?
Ooh.
That is not a smile!
Feast your unworthy mortal eyes upon the noble body of the great Jean-Francois Barnier. My blood is genuine, unlike a certain impostor.
You're giving me goosebumps. Ooh.
I wonder the real reason Odilon ran off is because he didn't want to run into Barnier. That has to be it. Can't think of any other reason.
Francois was the villain for the first half, but by the end, I think he seemed like a pretty decent guy. Oh, what's everyone else think, huh?
I cannot disagree with you more. The mere sight of that man's face makes me want to vomit. Not to mention, he was the one I wanted to curse most.
Sure, he did a bunch of really bad things, but he did say a couple of super good things. Plus, he fought all the real villain and brave at the end. He's an inspiration!
A lord could hardly carry out his duties if he cowered in fear at the sight of a couple peasants.
Because that what he's saying sounds reasonable don't mean you can forget he's a crazy mass murderer.
You would call a man entertaining himself with his private property morally objectionable.
Understatement of the century. If this wasn't a damn extra, I'd lop your head off right here.
Like so? Child's play.
Don't just put a damn graphic without any warning. You could give me a heart attack.
My soul left my body for a moment.
Act like you went out in a blaze of glory. But don't forget, you were begging for your life at the end.
That hardly counts as begging.
In what universe does, "Oh no, please don't kill me," not count as begging for your life?
One must be crying, clawing their attacker, wailing for mercy through a fit of pathetic sobs, in order to properly count as begging for their life. I did none of that. Yet, that was precisely the wording used in the main game. I would like to have a word with the author.
The main game was just a short version, so cut him some slack. Your character wasn't fully established at that point.
Do not coddle them. In reality, my character was no more than a vague concept when it was written.
Christ, he's attacking the author now.
You did kind of come off like a third-rate villain in the main game, yeah? Just seeing that, I didn't expect you to be developed the way you were in Requiem.
Francois needs to have a real firm driving force behind him, even as a big baddie, or he'd fall flat in the final confrontation against Jackie. Plus, he also had a super important responsibility of getting into Jackie's head after he was dead. So, he needed to be big and imposing, so he couldn't do that.
Makes sense. On a slightly different subject, I just remembered the whole deal with you having your eye on someone back in the first part.
Yeah?
Well, to start, this is what you said at the Midsummer Festival. He's got trouble expressing his feelings. He kinda looks angry a lot of the time. He can be pretty haughty. But I think he's a pretty great guy. if I'm remembering correctly.
Yep, that was me.
Tell me, Ceren, in what way does that man have trouble expressing his feelings?
You don't think he does? The whole reason he had to kill his family is because he couldn't talk to them about what he was feeling.
Those are not the same kind of feelings we're talking about.
No?
Whatever. Moving on. He kind of looks angry a lot of the time line. Kinda doesn't even begin to describe it.
It's the perfect fit in my mind.
I refuse to believe that.
Moving on. The other two I can sort of buy at least. He can be pretty haughty, and I think he's a pretty great guy.
So, you two were a thing?
Gratien.
Oh, sorry.
So you two were a thing?
You betcha.
Most certainly were not.
What? Oh, Francois, you don't need to be shy just because there are other people around.
You seem to be confused, Ceren. I did say that you were the second most important thing in the world to me after myself. But I never said I meant so romantically.
What does that make me then?
My
Oh, your pet?
Surely even you will feel something about that.
I am more than happy to be your pet. I get food, a bed, and lots of attention. It is perfect.
You never let me down, Ceren. Very well then. Run in a circle and bark for me.
Woof, 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 woof.
I can't deal with this.
In any other backstage event, it would be the embodiment of fragile masculinity over there making all the ruckus. But it would seem the two of them have somehow managed to outclass him. Ceren, this covers all the characters, right? We're all done here now. Because I'd like to be on my way.
Oh, do you really not want to spend any time, with little old me, Morgs?
It has nothing to do with spending time with you specifically. But there are two men here I would like out of my presence as soon as humanly possible.
Morgana, please tell me I'm wrong here. You're not putting me in the same category as him. It certainly hurts being lumped in with that monster. I feel like I've been kicked in the gut.
So if you don't mind, I'll be taking my leave now.
And going where?
To see Michelle, obviously.
Every single time. Why is it always Michelle with you?
Because he's the one who ultimately led me to salvation.
You know, that doesn't nullify everything we had between us.
No, you did a perfectly good job of all of that by yourself. Now, so long, everyone.
Wait!
Jackie, this is the time for you to go after her. You looked at both Morgs and have her soul. A little stalking should be a piece of cake for you.
That just makes it sound like I'm some sort of deviant. Damn it. I was gonna go after her anyway. I wouldn't just sit here with my thumbs up my ass while she goes to see him.
Break a leg! Not hers. tag along too. This sounds like fun.
What? You're leaving me alone with the two of them?
So, Michelle, what book should we read together next?
Some Yakuza book. The classic we read last time almost put me to sleep. Harsh reminder of how much my mind has acclimated to the times.
Then how about something lighter and more modern? Say, perhaps Harry Potter?
What in heaven's name was that?
Is someone trying to break in? I'll call the police.
You stay there. I'll go look.
Was there no nicer way to get here? And what in my father's name are you two doing here?
I couldn't let you go see him alone.
Get your hands off me, you wretch.
Reg!
Morgs, you're squishing me. Could you get off?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I know that voice.
So do I.
Ugh, what a nightmare. Nice to see you again. What? Why are you staring? Oh, you don't understand how we just popped in out of nowhere? Well, you know, this is another of those backstage extras. So a little bit of space-time distortion is.
Oh my gosh, she's the most adorable thing I've ever seen.
What?
Look at how small she is. Ah, I just want to squeeze her to bits.
I would really rather you didn't.
You agree with me, don't you, Michelle? Isn't tiny Morgana the most precious thing in the world?
She is a lovely girl, yes?
Oh, is that so?
I beg your pardon? Wonderful, the noisy one is here too. Michelle, I know would never say that. He's supposed to be emotionally and socially stunning shut-in. Well, I can change a millennium. Senior called speaking my mind during the final chapter, anyway. 1,000 years is long enough to dethrone King Neat. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm currently both employed and in a relationship that lets me go on dates. Outside. I nearly fell asleep just listening to you describe that. That aside...
You're looking quite young, Jacobo.
Well, it's a long story.
And who's this young lady?
I'm Ceren, the heroine of a Requiem of Innocence.
Excuse me, that's my title. Thank you very much.
Since you accepted your position as the story's heroine, does that mean you have a fated connection to me, the hero?
Never mind. Ceren, you can keep the role.
At least consider it.
I'll bring everyone something to drink. Well, thank you for catching us up. It's been a while since we've done one of these. How exciting.
It's also kind of nice being on a different road this time.
Going around and talking to everyone is a lot of work, yeah.
I would have much preferred you to him.
What are you doing staying over there?
Aha! We're split up into light side and dark side groups, huh?
Two of us haven't been through so much already. I'd like for the rest of our lives to be nice and relaxed. Even outside of canon.
Story this time was happy from start to finish.
It was a very lovely date, yes?
3 seconds till Jackie's gasket blows! 3, 2, 1.
Don't give a countdown, you lout! It doesn't even make any sense. You can't end the main story like that. And then follow up with a bunch of empty fluff. Who gives a damn about you eating popcorn?
Do you prefer yours sweet or salty, Jackbo?
Salty. You are what you eat. That said, I do agree that such a lighthearted, relaxed story feels out of place in the same package as Requiem. However... What? It's entirely your fault, Giselle. Had to spend a millennium as a maid. You were able to just behave like a reasonable damned human being. All this could have been avoided.
Everyone gets a chance to lay the smackdown on Jackie here!
It was a long, long time ago, though. Let's put the past behind us and enjoy this special occasion. Besides, that period of my life isn't just a bad memory to me anymore. Sure, it was hard to get through. But I wouldn't be here with Michelle, as happy as I am, if it wasn't for that. All's well that ends well.
The main game may have had a good ending, but Requiem certainly did not.
Alright, let's talk about something else. I'm gonna dive in also at this rate. Michelle, Joe was telling me something curious earlier. And what would that be? That, that you're, well, how should I put this? Just spit it out, you give me the creeps. That you're physically only partly a man. First of all, where on earth did Ceren hear that? And second, why the hell would you bring that up in a casual conversation topic? I guess it's safe to assume she was telling the truth.
I'm sorry, Snowy. I never mean to hurt anyone.
She frequently does, because her head's as empty as Jacopo's heart.
Also, is Nori referring to me?
Cute nickname, isn't it?
Not really. Sure, I suppose. Call me whatever you want. Fine.
Do you have a nickname for me?
Our names both start with J sounds, so that gets confusing. Let's see here. How about...
Don't you dare finish that word!
Okay, Ellie, it is!
Yay! It feels so nice to be called by a nickname.
Yay.
Quite frankly, it's not a detail I want to go spreading around. As my body was the source of so much torment in my life.
Michelle and I traveled down similar paths. I was a saint who became a witch. And he an angel who became a demon. Or what? Or that was how we were seen by others, at least. The both of us, we are like unto God. And you are as far as from God as man can fall.
Well, that doesn't change what I think. That you're just an ordinary girl. Nothing special, breathing the same air as me. Well, I was the one who helped her turn back from the witch in the main game. You should offer her your hand next time, if there is a next time. And don't let go.
I've made it perfectly clear I have no intention of our souls crossing paths ever again. And he's already said his goodbyes as well.
However insignificant the chance may be, it's human nature to want to root for it to happen.
One such improbability was the last scene of our story in this game. We managed to reunite, so I'm sure everyone else will too.
If, by some cruel twist of fate, I am to cross paths with him again, I will still never forgive him.
I don't expect you to.
In any event, didn't the author say somewhere that I was supposed to reincarnate into a butterfly or a cat or something similar?
Ideas come and go. Consider that yet another of many possibilities. That would have been a much crueler twist of fate than anything. Requiem was already much darker than I had anticipated. All I'd seen before this was bits and pieces of his past. It's hard not to pity him for the way everything crumbled down around him in his younger days. I didn't know how the ending played out either. I always assumed he just kept his feelings to himself and let Morgana die. So I was surprised when he actually told her at the end. Of course, they waited far too long and none of it got through to her.
What's the matter, Snowy? You're sharing off into space.
It's nothing. In the event, good luck to you. I need your damn well wishes. Very well then.
It'd be amazing if we could meet up in the present-day Morgs. I bet we'd be right about the same age, maybe in secondary school together. We could even be in the same class. That'd be great.
I would drop out the first day.
Why do you have to be like that, Morgs? Oh.
You never stop talking.
Then I'll try to talk less. But I really want to be your friend again, Morgs. And there's all sorts of stuff we could do together. Like go shopping for cute clothes. And because I'm such a big doof, my grades would be terrible. And you could help me study for tests and stuff. Ooh. And then Francois could be a teacher. And it would be perfect.
Perfect nightmare.
I expect that class will show up on the news within the first month. We, seem to have gotten off track. May I ask why you're asking about what's between my legs? I just thought I had to be more careful with my words if it was true. Are you even capable of choosing your words? Oh, for the love of God.
Your tongue's got much sharper, Michelle.
I've had 1,000 years to work on it. Now, you don't need to get weird or walk on eggshells. I'm a man and that's all there is to it. My being intersex doesn't change who I may know myself to be. And this body is no longer a cause of fear or anxiety. I've made peace with who I am. You should too. Very well. Since prying was not required, we'll continue to treat you the same as I always have. Please do. You know, I'm not all fond of your high and mighty act. That was actually moderately decent of you. Only moderately? Much more agreeable like this, and far less grating to speak with as well.
Lord/businessman Giacomo is a massive pride, though.
Never once had I tried to get a laugh out of someone.
Oh yeah, Jacopo. In your description on the main game's website, it said you will readily toss aside anything to achieve your goals. It just struck me that you yourself was one of those things you threw out.
Dumped his whole life right into the garbage he did.
Put a sock in it.
What a hot mess.
Should be a little more selective about what you get rid of next time. At heart, you're not completely evil, man.
So, back to the previous topic, Snowy. You said your body's the same in this life as before.
That's correct. Used my wish that I may get to reunite with Giselle. But I have no misgiving about my body anymore. I embrace who I am and I'm firm in my identity. The most important thing to me is being with her.
And together, there's nothing we can't accomplish.
Indeed. You know that's really cheesy.
Aww. Aww.
Save it when you don't have company.
Well, I hope you have a fulfilling life. What?
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 Without giving me that look. Can you blame us? Don't expect to hear those words coming out of your mouth.
The sky is going to fall tomorrow.
You eat something you shouldn't have.
Every time I try to say something nice, this always happens.
With that and Morgana, we've now got double blessings. We're unstoppable.
We have a long, happy life ahead of us.
It's about time we hopped on back in our own time period.
You two go on home. I live here now, in between the two of them. It's the perfect fit for me, in every sense of the word. There's no room for either of you. Farewell, Jacopo, Ceren. May our souls never cross paths again in the boundless sphere of fate.
Should I drag her back?
No.
Hey, let go. Get your filthy hands off of me.
Quit whining and move your butt.
Should I call the cops?
You didn't want me to bite you.
Go right ahead. Fucking, the little brat, she actually did it!
Bye, Snowy! Bye, Ellie! It was nice meeting you! And thanks for helping Jackie open up a little.
We didn't do anything.
I hope we can all meet again someday.
Hint, hint.
I'll miss you, Ceren.
Oh, me too!
Goodbye, until we meet again.
Bye!
She was quite the lively girl.
That she was.
But I had fun, and there were some nice surprises.
Indeed, young Morgana showing up was certainly unexpected.
Plus, Jacopo being unusually open and Ceren being the sprite ball of energy were both wonderful. But the best part of all was definitely getting to see you smiling so much with everyone else, Michelle.
Oh, you don't need to worry so much about me anymore, Giselle.
Wow! Where'd the space-time of distortion take us this time?
Hands off me already, or I'm gonna curse your soul for all eternity.
I thought you said you had nothing to do with me anymore, including no curses.
Why are you suddenly back on your high horse?
Well, like I'm back on my game.
Just let this be over. Just because we're currently outside of canon doesn't mean I'm going to ignore everything you did in canon. All the pain and misery you caused me is still real. No amount of joking will ever make it go away. You're an irredeemable monster.
I know. I just hope that one day I can make it so the good memories soar outnumbered to bed. I know you said we don't ever cross paths again. I still want you to atone for what I did to you. To you. And not half is your soul. That's all I want.
Your efforts will all be in vain.
Maybe. I'll deal with that when it comes to it.
I hate to interrupt this really serious conversation, but how long are we going to have to wait here off to the side?
Look! It's the boy formerly known as Mell!
Formerly? What? Then who am I now? And who the heck are you?
I am Francois's pet!
Hey, don't use that name, you buffoon. You think you're talking about me?
What? You mean the man standing right there? Jean-Francois Barnier? Though he's a bit younger than I remember. I knew you were a creep, but now you're making people into pets. You've hit rock bottom.
Wanna taste my fist, huh, punk? For the record, I'm not the man she calls Francois. I won't get into details, but I just had to assume his name.
Sure. Whatever you say. Wait, hold on a second. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but you, Barnier, or whatever your name is, don't seem like as much of a stuck-up jerk as I remember.
The boy formerly known as Mell is starting to freak out.
Stop that! I'm not formally known as anything.
Nika, you do Nellie too.
Okay, thank you. It's the Sailors! Oh my gosh, I can't believe this! She's so tiny! And mini Saintess, she's adorable!
Would you please stop shouting in my ear? You're gonna make me go deaf.
Come have tea over here with me, Saintess! I've got rose petals to put in the teacups to make it even yummier! And there's also cake loaded with sugar. Mwah! Ooh, that sounds great! I want some cake too! I don't know who you are, but I'm such a nice girl, I'll let you have some too! Yahoo!
I'm not going to have sex with you. And you sure are unusually clingy considering how much you despise the other half of my soul.
Oh, the first door goes whoosh! Right onto the bridge!
It's spreading.
It's pretty crazy how girls can go from nothing to friends in the blink of an eye, huh?
Oh yeah! So, who is their dirty boo-boo?
I don't look that bad.
Every boy, other than my first and second brothers, is gross by default, so you have to try a lot harder than that. When Jackie starts trying to impress people, he gets drunk on money and powder, so please don't encourage him, please.
It got quite lively in here while I went away.
Is this me?
Yes?
Okay. Hey guys, it's been forever! I haven't seen you in... Well, I haven't seen two of you before at all.
I swear, every last one of you has the same reaction.
He says he's the Lord, and that due to plot contrivances, he's younger than when we knew him. Very odd.
The Lord?
It's not that hard to make the connection, is it?
The Lord was more purple, I thought.
Don't so pure with their clothes. Use the faces, you brain-dead feral dog.
I'm beginning to wonder if Yuki would be able to tell the difference between you and Francois, even if he wasn't not so. Oh, also, where's my second brother and the maid? Didn't they come with you?
They're busy flirting with each other in present day.
Oh, that's no fair. I want to see the present day too. If you wish hard enough, maybe you'll end up there. There's tons of different cakes to choose from too. Let's go to the Cheesecake Factory!
I want to go too. But I've put on some weight recently, and I'm trying to shake it off. I don't want him to abandon me because I'm not to his liking.
I love women with powerful appetites, Pauline.
Then Cheesecake Factory, here I come!
I'll go together!
Can't even bring myself to make a jab out. He always said exactly what she wants to hear, especially with his product placement.
You come with us too! Won't you, my dearest Mell? Oh.
What? Me? I don't know. I'd feel really awkward being the only guy with a bunch of girls. There's going to be so many of them there.
If you want to fit in better, you can just dress up like a girl.
Why is that the first thing your mind jumps to?
I think you would look dashing as a girl, dearest Mell.
You two would make a lovely pair of sisters.
Oh, then we'll have to dress shopping for Mell first.
Could you please not?
you want to come, Jackie, we can dress you up all nice and pretty, too.
Like hell. And don't try to get a reaction on me either, because it won't work.
I didn't know you were into that, Lord.
You seem to really want to relieve my fists, obliterating your gut, boy.
Would kind of like to see that, though. Not the Lord, but Yukimasa.
Pauline, if that is what you truly desire of me.
You are allowed to say no, you realize?
If we're only here to faff about like fools, then I'll be taking my leave.
Just looking for an excuse to bail, aren't you?
You seem really, pricky and not in a very good mood, Saintist. More resso than usual, I mean.
That shouldn't be any surprise when the most upsetting man in the world is still in my line of sight.
I don't think there's much for us to talk about this time, really.
Yeah, what the heck? I really got any screen time in this game. I'm calling my lawyer.
I look even more pathetic after this.
You're only useful if you got Snowy to nudge you in the right direction. Boy formerly known as Mell.
I'm not... Oh, never mind, it's not worth it.
I too lost a few points with this story. Without that angel's help, the both of us end up villains.
I actually feel like you might have gained some points. You were kinda more controlled here than in the main game.
Very true. Hey, Yuki, could you do your catchphrase for me?
My catchphrase?
Yeah, pretend a violent goon just came crashing through the window, and you could do whatever you want to him.
Shall I kill him?
Yes!
I'm not sure what I call that catchphrase.
Yukimasa, remember what we agreed on? No more talking like that.
Of course, Pauline. I was merely acting for the girl.
Oh, okay, that's a relief.
I need to curse the beast again.
Anyway, he was a monster from start to finish. Everyone came into this knowing that, so I doubt public opinion is any worse than it already was.
Ceren?
Oh, so sorry, I was talking to nobody. Oh no, we even got to see his wicked smile more times than the main game, and if I'm counting right.
Well, he's nothing if not consistent. Michelle may have talked him into helping out. He never actually felt shame or regret about what he'd done.
The closer you get is breaking free from what is in the second door. What we need to do is knock his memories out of him again.
Bring Beastia back? Are you out of your mind?
Oh, hell no. Said, I am glad I got to see everyone again, even at the cost of my reputation. I hope we can do this again sometime.
explicitly said we wouldn't, as you might recall.
I mean, I guess, but
As times change, so too does the heart, Saintess.
That's right. Well said, Nellie.
It'd be super sad if we ended Requiem in the same place as the main game. Besides, you need to come to the Chase Factory with us.
You're never gonna stop talking about this place, are you? You're all free to believe what you want. Nothing's going to change where I stand.
You're a stubborn Saintess.
That is sort of prerequisite to cursing someone for a millennium. Yes.
Didn't you say that strong wishes come true, though? So, I'll wish really hard for us to see each other again.
Does your us include my other half, the white-haired girl?
What?
You can't stand her, can you?
Yeah. I'll play nice with her the next time, I promise. I'm not the girl I used to be. Not anymore.
I see. Well, if by some impossibly remote chance you do run into her, be sure to apologize. I doubt she bears any ill will over it.
That's a promise. I'll tell her I am sorry and make up for what I did.
at least surprisingly well behaved with Morgana around.
Although she was completely destroyed, so no amount of wishing will ever bring her back. But I won't stop you from trying.
Alright!
Now, I think it's about time we wrap this up. It's dragged on far too long.
It's not like we get to do this more than once a game, so I don't see a problem with taking it at a relaxed pace.
Just relax. You're just running around like a bunch of chickens with your heads cut off, and you were firmly in the latter category. Now, farewell, everyone, until our souls cross paths once more in the boundless sphere of fate.
Saintess, see you!
I hope we get to meet again eventually.
Young Saint, I pray your next life may be a peaceful one, and I swear I will never cause you any more pain.
Is it not hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Goodbye. Stop dawdling, you two. We're leaving.
Right.
Later, guys! It was great meeting you! Mwah, mwah.
So long as see you again. Perhaps.
I'm so glad they're gone.
Good place to end, I suppose. This always was the story of a cursed mansion.
Ah, crap, Gabby's not here. Nellie, do this voice. Remember, it's a raspy voice.
Hey now, aren't you forgetting about someone? What? What's up?
It's Mr. Mask!
could be your worst one yet, Ceren.
All right. I forgot your story was included in this too. Come on. How are you just gonna forget one of the best stories in the game?
No idea what he looks like, but he sounds hot.
Imeon is a woman.
Oh,
Hey, both guys and gals can be hot. And I'd put money down on me being a better man than every other damn guy in this game. I can't really argue with that.
Who exactly is this in a way?
Right back at you, buddy. Who are you?
The hero?
I have the strangest urge to kick those smug teeth in right now. And besides, wouldn't it make more sense for Michelle to be here to go over my part? You're 100% correct. Let's leave this worthless man behind and go visit him in the present.
Stop right there. I'm not letting you go again, no matter how hard I had to fight to bring you back.
Fine. Then I'll summon Michelle here. He's probably busy flirting with Giselle right about now.
Yes, with his sharp tongue.
I'd feel terrible interrupting, so just let him be. I thought you wanted to see him. I'm not denying that. I'm just hoping our reunion can be under different circumstances. Next time I see him, I want to be such a hottie his eyes jump out of his skull, not the sad imitation of a zombie. Can you imagine the look on his face when he sees what I look like? It's gonna be great. Michelle is grown enough that I'm sure he'll have no trouble being friends with you even after he learns you're not a man. Damn straight he will. I'd pick him better than that.
God, he has a job, friends, a girlfriend. How much more typically good guy can he get?
Don't you dare insult Michelle.
For God's sake, will everyone stop reading my mind?
So, Mimi, at the end of your story, was that like, you're a boy inside, thing?
Nah, I'm a woman through and through. Just pretend to be a guy for Michelle. I do swing both ways, though. If we ever meet in another life, I'd love to take you out for drinks. Or anywhere else you'd like to go.
Oh,
She's trying to pick up someone she just met 5 minutes ago.
My heart skipped a beat. Oh, I'm getting serious, lady, Oscar vibes from you, Amy.
Suppose we should talk a bit about Santo Del while we're here. The story was originally included in a preview pamphlet distributed before the main game was released, making it rather old. It was then reimagined into game form for inclusion in Requiem. The general beats the story are the same in both versions, but there is more meat on this one. Plus, it makes my motivations a little clearer. Making it so you started out getting close to Michelle for less than noble purpose, and then slowly warmed up to him, gave the ending a little more weight, I thought. And, as a side note, Imeon was also briefly referenced in the main game. During the scene in the mansion where Michelle's spirit is breaking down, there's a line that goes, "At one point, a man with an unusual disease stumbled across the mansion while wandering through the forest." But there is a little more to be said about that. The man it's talking about there is Imeon. But that's not all. In the final chapter, he sings a song to the flaxen-haired little girl, right? And He says it's a song an old acquaintance of mine heard while traveling. That acquaintance is me. Oh yes, I never made that connection. But it makes sense. There's no one else here he could have heard it from. He would have said as much if it was from Giselle or his brothers. You ended up having a bigger part in the main game than I realized. And I'm glad I was finally able to show up in proper here.
That reminds me, didn't a rough modern-day design for you show up in a short game release at the first popularity contest?
It did. I'm not sure why you're bringing up something readers would have no way of knowing, since it's not available in English.
How was I supposed to know that? You were called out oh.
You were called out for that exact thing just 3 scenes back! Anyway, sorry to disappoint everyone reading this who happens to have seen that design, but it's staying in the idea bin for now.
When that game was released, the staff hadn't settled out on what Requiem would end up being. They were exploring a bunch of possibilities, one of them being to make the follow-up a light, cheerful game, which is where that came from. But they decided they really wanted to make something with more substance that was also capable of standing on its own. So, they poured their heart and soul into making the Requiem you have in your hands now, and I hope you're satisfied, with how it turned out.
Yeah, that covers it. Ever since the Backstage event started, it felt more like you're colluding with the author than the Lord.
Don't think too hard about it. Now to talk a bit about the game you actually got. The main scene of Ascento Dele was friendship.
That's the thread covering most of the stories, including Requiem. In fact,
friendship, and how easily those bonds can break. Very sad stuff.
My friendship with Michelle is fine and well, thank you. I just kicked the bucket a bit sooner than him.
You and Jackie were both real fixated on finding far-off utopias, though. Your heart's off in a dreamland, and you're not seeing what you already have with each.
All I have in reach right now is a cursed mansion.
Fair.
The time period was a big factor in what happened to us, too. My disease is much more manageable in the present day than back then. And Michelle wouldn't get sentenced to death by the church now either. I think it wasn't so much a physical place we dreamed of, but of our future.
My eyes are leaking.
I thought you couldn't feel sad.
Hush up and read the room.
I had my spot on the limelight, so you all should head back.
I hope we can see each other again sometime, Emi. Everyone's going to the Cheesecake Factory.
The what?
It's a place where you can get all the cake in the world. Me and the other girls all decided we're going.
Fuck yeah, that sounds like fun. Then I suppose I'll join you and the other girls. Can't wait to meet them.
it's not that kind of buffet.
Hey now, it's poor manners to read someone else's mind. Prude Savises, the both of you. Let us be off then. Farewell, Noemi. Should our souls somehow cross paths once more in the boundless sphere of fate, I will consider acknowledging your existence. What kind of goodbye is that? My gut tells me that there was some kind of ridiculously backhanded compliment, but I ain't gonna push it. Later, gang.
Goodbye.
Bye. Yippee! We're back!
Took you fucking long enough. Did he really
I only fell asleep a couple times.
Where's Francois?
I booted his royal ass back where he came from.
Oh,
Can you imagine how absurd it would look for the three of us to just be chilling down here together waiting for you to come back?
oh.
You had me scared for a bit there. I was worried I might not make the cut for the final get-together either.
Why wouldn't you? You're one of the gang.
Just feel real fucking bad about what I did, and don't think I deserve to be called that anymore.
Oh, I didn't realize you were capable of feeling regret, Beefcake.
You're the last person I want to hear anything about feelings from.
Oh.
Come on, Morgana.
I'm staying right here.
Get your little ass moving! I know you have complicated feelings about all this. That absolutely no right to make you do anything. But this is still a story. So it should be there.
Fine.
The gang's all back together! Woohoo! And with this, our story is officially over! Thank you all so much for sticking around for it. Now, some parting words from our heroine, Morgs.
What?
It'd be weird for me to have the last word in your game.
You can't expect me to come up with something on the spot.
Okay, Jackie can go first. You think about what you're gonna say while he's talking.
What? What am I supposed to say?
Whatever. Just look up and say something.
To all of you out there reading this, I obviously have no idea what you think, or how you feel about our story or lives, but I hope at least it was something of a love impression that will stick with you. When I ended up screwing things up beyond belief was still my life. I fought tooth and nail to make the best of the hand I was dealt, so it meant a lot to me if some part that could find meaning beyond the four edges of the screen. I'm not sure what else to say. Well, I sincerely appreciate you sticking around this long. Thank you. That's it for me.
Nice. Now you're up, Morgs.
Very, very well. Looking back, this series has been active in some form or another for quite a number of years. Whether you've been following along since the beginning or only recently discovered Fata Morgana, I offer unto you my blessings. Farewell. Until we meet again.
Okie dokie, everyone, give me your biggest smile. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for playing our game. As the author, I would not normally make any sort of comment within the game itself, but with this being a side story, a bonus of sorts, I'd like to bend the rules a bit and extend my gratitude to you directly. I'd also like to offer my sincerest apologies for the delays in a Requiem for Innocence release, and thank you kindly for your patience. To y'all know, location team did not consume enough caffeine to keep their deadline have been locked up to take time to reflect on their mistakes. Requiem was a deeply unpleasant and painful story. I tried to sprinkle a little morsels of hope throughout it, so hopefully you aren't coming away from it with a terrible aftertaste. I was mentioned in Imeon's segment, we considered a number of possibilities for a follow-up to the house in Fata Morgana, but ultimately, we settled on the story of Jacobel's and Morgana's past. I apologize to anyone who was hoping for something lighter, but this was the best way to touch on the themes I wanted to explore. It feels like it fits in better with Fata Morgana this way. I'm glad I was able to tell this story, and I pray you're able to enjoy it. In writing Requiem, I spent many hours digging through the text of the original game's final chapter to make sure I didn't introduce any inconsistencies. While you only saw a small glimpse of what was in their hearts there, I feel like I was able to flesh that out and give it real life here. Jacobel particularly was shackled by something until the very end. I think I managed to expound on what exactly that was here. I can't say whether he'll be able to free himself from those shackles anytime soon, but I imagine he will at least be trying. Let's put that hard work and trade to good use. Moving forward from Requiem's timeline, we know he makes the same mistake in the main game's third door. But perhaps he too will be able to reclaim himself when he's released from the witch's curse. I should make him do a Reclaim Yourself marathon like Michelle. And while I said I was glad I could tell this story, I must confess it was, in a way, more difficult for me to write than Fata Morgana. There was a great deal of pain and suffering in the main game, as well. It was not brought on by Michelle's own failures. In the end, his actions are still good. Requiem is very much the opposite, though. Writing a character who knows what they're doing is wrong, hates themselves for doing it, yet still barrels headfirst down that path was somewhat maddening to do. That said, I didn't get to write much of Jacobel not put on an act in the main game, so hopefully you enjoy seeing what's beneath the mask. There are a number of characters in Fata Morgana with multiple personas, and that's an especially deep-rooted aspect of Jacobel's character. In fact, one of the reasons Ceren was so utterly lacking in pretenses because I felt like that was a big part of too many existing characters. So I made her the exact opposite. Getting inside Morgana's head was also rather difficult. She describes a time at the brothel as when she learned to experience joy. So I especially wanted to focus on making her feel more human. When she released herself from her curse at the end of the main game, it only brought her back from negatives to dead neutral. I hope one day she'll be able to turn squarely towards positive. A Requiem for Innocence was not only Jacobel's and Morgana's story, it was also a story of friendship, companionship, and growth. The characters from the main game didn't have much in the way of proper interactions there, so I'm glad I was able to use the first half of Requiem to show them having fun and living their lives without sacrificing what makes Fata Morgana what it is. I'm especially fond of the Midsummer Festival scene and Jacobel carrying Morgana on his back under sunrise. What were your favorite parks? Well, I suppose it's time to draw the curtains for real. Thank you so much for spending your time with me in the house in Fata Morgana. I hope that one day we may cross paths again.